like that's where Tyshawn came into play and Dill was around, and we made that little online thing called Buddy. And that was the start. That was like how I aesthetically felt like Supreme Video should look, was like that. That exactly was it. They put Tyshawn in front of me because they had heard he was like a new kid in town that, like, I think Ty Lyons, who worked at the shop, was like, hey, there's this kid Tyshawn, he's pretty sick. Like, had like footage of him doing like a tray flip down the Battery Park stairs or something, but I hadn't even seen that. I think he might have showed them at the office, and then yeah, they were like, yo, like, would you want to go out with Tyshawn and Dill for a weekend and see what you get? And I was like, yeah, let's get it, like, whatever. Made that, and then literally after that came out, they were just like, yo, what do you think about doing a full length? And I was like, let's talk about it and like try to figure it out. I tried to get like some of the bigger pros that I was like thinking, and it was just really difficult, like, for people to be on schedule, you know what I mean? I was moving around a lot. I was like going out to LA for 2 months, and I was coming out here, and it was just whoever was in my existence at that time and put in the effort, I worked on it to try to make sure that they're involved in it. You know, when Dylan got that line, backside heel flip, switch backside heel flip, everyone like changed their tune, was like, oh, that's in the video? Okay, this is a real video. And I was like, yeah, this has always been a real video. But people thought it was like, not like a chomp on this, or like kind of like, and maybe like I don't know, because FTC videos are really good, but like, and at the time that they came out, they were the shit. But like, I think people thought like, oh, I'm just going to like film something and be in this video. And I always hated that. So I'd always try to curve those people that thought that. But then, yeah, I don't know. And I was also in LA, and I was hanging out at the Fairfax shop, and, you know, all the kids that were in Cherry were hanging out there. And a lot of the dudes that I, like the pros that I imagined being in it, weren't answering the phone or like linking up, or like, oh, I can only come out for an hour or whatever. And I was just like, you know what? Like, you guys want to go skate? I'm just been sitting here. Let's go skate. And we would just go around the neighborhood there, and there's like a rail up the street, and then there was like a bank up here, like, and we were just like cooking around to these little spots for a second, like the, you know, those first few days. And then I got to the point where it was like, bro, that energy, these kids are sick. Like, I want this energy around me. I don't want to like go out with somebody that's just, I want to just get a trick like really quick. Like, I just like felt like skateboarding needed that like fun new energy. Like, all the eras that I've ever liked in skateboarding, that energy has always stuck out the most to me. And it's like how when I first started skating, like, it was like me hanging out with my friends, you know what I mean? And I just miss that style of energy in life. And like, that brings so much in, you know, and personalities, and meeting all those kids for the first time, and how different their personalities were, but how also unique and cool they were. And just like, it was undeniable to me. Like, I wanted to film with them the whole rest of the video. You know, obviously Dylan, Alex, Dill, Gons, Paulo.
8-ball, skateball, Supreme, the Supreme.
Well, there was like fun, dude. You know what I mean? Like, all the energy was fun, and we all knew that like if we could get it done, it would be like a video that was a really strong video at the end. But yeah, I don't think we were trying to put it out unless it felt like, all right, like this seems like it's, you know, to me, when I got that done, I was like, oh, this is done. Like, this feels right. It rolls from beginning to end. And, you know, it kind of, I don't know. But that video really was the video that I wanted to put out, because I didn't know, like, in my mind, that was going to be the only full length I was going to do. Like, in my mind, this is the one. Supreme's given me the opportunity, so I'm not going to let them down, but also I'm not going to let myself down or the people in the video. And I was just like, I saved a lot of different things for that video, style of editing, and just, you know, it was a big deal to me for somebody to give me the opportunity to make my own video, which no one had given me that opportunity, because everyone was just doing, they were, Alien Workshop's their own company. They have like, Joe editing their stuff, which he killed it. Like, I loved working for them, and I love those videos that he made, you know what I mean, with the footage that I filmed for him. And I was the main filmer for them. So I just think that at a certain point, I started making my own videos and YouTube was the catalyst for that, and putting them out and building up that hype and street cred, I guess. I don't know. I just was doing, like, I just felt like rebellious as hell, like, where I was just like, oh, I'll show everyone. But also I was like, not homeless, but I was like couch surfing, and then I had a room for 7 months. Like, I lived like in the city and paid for a room. I had roommates and shit. And at that time I had all my tapes and all my hard drives of stuff. And I was just like, I think at a certain point, because I was having a lot of fun in the city, partying a lot, like just living it up. And then I think at a certain point, it just started to get like so boring. Mm-hmm. Like, I was like, no one was out that I used to go out with. Like, at times they were like changing, but I was just like still trying to get in the streets, like have fun. And I think at a certain point, I just had to put my foot down on myself and just be like, fuck, man, I got to do something. Like, this shit's gonna get old. And it was real tiring just being broke. So I was just like, I don't know. I want to see skateboarding the way I want to see it, not how everyone else is portraying it with the stuff that I'm filming. So I just wanted to feel raw and more like how I feel like I see it from my own eyes. And I don't know. I just made a few videos and they popped off. And then I just built up a repertoire with the stuff I was doing. And I was getting hyped off it too. It was like the feedback was crazy. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh shit, I didn't know I could do this. But then I could. It was really weird, but it was like also like there was just YouTube. There was no other shit. There was no like Instagram, all this shit. So this is like at the beginning, like not of YouTube, but this was like at the beginning of like doing stuff yourself and being able to put it out yourself. And sure, there was probably other things coming out and people were using YouTube, but it wasn't like really big for skating. And then I had like a website too, so I would promote it on, I would edit my stuff, I'd put it on my website, and then like I would geek out and take it down once people were like talking about it. I'm like a jokester, so I like to like, trick people and shit. I don't know. I was just like, and I was really rebellious. Like, I don't know. I just had that like, I'll show you attitude. You know what I mean? Which I still have today, and I like to like, I don't know, put my foot down on things. It's like, I want things to be like how I see them, and you get hit from a bunch of angles these days from all different things that are going on, and you're just kind of like, like dizzy kind of, but it's just like, I don't know. I kind of step back from all that shit, think about what I want to do and try to do it. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I started doing my thing, and it kind of went from there till right now.
Oh my God!
I really like that video. I like how it came out, and when you don't see things for a while and you see them again, they feel like, it feels great because it's like, it's such a time period for me, feels like, like Dylan was around, Alex was around, Dill was around, Ave was around, all those kids were around. And, I see some of those kids here and there, maybe Dill every once in a while because he's out west, but I don't really see them that much, Sometimes on Supreme trips, some of the kids, but it's weird because even when I was talking with Gus about that stuff, I did mention like, yeah, you know, like filming somebody like 15 years ago, you like filming certain skaters that I've filmed, you know, in the past. I'm so like wrapped up in their world as they are in the world of skateboarding that I'm like, I'm going to know this person for the rest of my life, like easily. Like, so we're in the world together at that moment. But like, as time moves on, it like sometimes it just slowly fades out. And you're like, wow, like, how do I not know that person anymore? It was like, it would be like, I don't know. And it's happened over and over. So it's crazy because, you know, people end up like not getting hurt or not skating and like moving on and finding jobs, and then they're doing that or whatever it may be. But like, I guess there's a thing in my head that's like, I just got to keep going. Like there's no stopping me. I'm like, I don't know, feel bulletproof, I guess. Yeah. Well, the energy in that video is undeniable and it's real. And skateboarding was pretty stale with the style of videos that were getting made then. And I think people were just trying to like go big and go bigger and go bigger. And the videos were flat. Like they were just like video part. Like, I don't know. I want to make something that felt like real to me. And I had the right cast of characters to do that.
He's so good looking. He looks almost feminine.
Looks like a girl almost, huh? Look at her. Ball it over. You got him shook. He's shook.
He's not good looking. He's beautiful.
They were all hyped as well, which made me hyped. And I tried to capture them in the way that felt real, like, and it was real. Like the things that happened in that video were real. Like Paulo nollied over that homeless person. You know what I mean? Like that wasn't fake. Like that happened. Like all the shit in there happened. And to have a group of kids like that who their energy was undeniable, I think every kid in the world could be like, oh, me and my friends, this is who we are too. We didn't know it. We should document each other and make a video like that. Or why aren't we doing this stuff? Like those kids became so popular and like everything seemed to kind of just like go off that. Like there was like a lot of shit talking, a lot of loving, like there was all the energy and we were in like a bubble kind of, and like we were just like, we were down for it. You know what I mean? Like it was like we were in this like magical bubble for like years.